Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Evolve Point Podcast, your weekly source of news and reviews of everything that's happening in Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. I'm your host, Ignideus, content creator, shoutcaster for this game, and with me, as always, are my effervescent co-hosts. Of course, we have Such Patonko, fellow Shadowverse streamer, hello, or Digimon streamer now these days, but maybe he'll come back now that the new set's coming out.
Yeah, you've met me at a very Digimon time of my life. Hello, hi.
Yeah, everybody on TikTok
I'm literally shopping for Digimon cards right now. Dude, as we speak.
In the middle of the podcast.
They just announced a reprint of a promo I've been waiting for this whole time. So this is also important.
I was just gonna say everybody on TikTok and Instagram is Chinese maxing, but you're Digimon maxing recently, which is
damn.
You got a new trend on there. And we also have, of course, Lord Kalen, moderator of the Shadowverse subreddit and the community Discord. Hello.
I sit on a throne of thorns and am poked by swords.
What?
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 Are you playing Dark Souls Remastered or something?
I could be playing I paused my Dark Souls to be here.
All right, folks. Today we obviously have a lot to cover, but that's going to be the main topic is, of course, all the announcements, including the new set Apocalypse Pact that was revealed on the Shadowverse channel just last night. But we also have a ton of other news that came out before and after that announcement as well. And a bunch of esports updates for this year, including the return of Best of 3 for Shadowverse Open, which is a great return to form for the circuit. So this year might be the year that you should compete in Shadowverse. So shall we get started with the first news article? It's a pretty exciting one, folks. Let me get the timestamp on the doc, though. There you go. Peek behind the curtain. I do the timestamps for the thing while we record so that I don't have to do it later. Okay. First news article. Bam! Cygames had a creative contest for 2025, and they've just announced the winners. This is kind of unrelated to Shadowverse, but I think it's kind of cool, where they're showcasing the talents of people for seemingly no reason, just for fun. And it always this is baffling to me a little bit, because it seems to me like Cygames has like two warring sides. The creative side that loves art and artists and rewarding this kind of thing, and then the executive side that just made the AI studio. So it's weird for me to
the like, stinky evil side.
Yeah, it's weird for me to like
inside you there were two wolves.
Right? It's like it's weird.
Two Cygames.
It's weird to reconcile those two halves of the company, but anyway, this is unrelated to Shadowverse. I just think it's really cool. So for example, the grand prize winner here is the doll maker in the coffee house, and then it tells you all about it. And then there's multiple different categories as well. There's the character illustration award here. Going to this guy. I mean, that list looks incredible. And then we have this one over here, which is what award is this? The background illustration award. I mean, that's God. And then they even have one for 3D CG as well. I don't even realize, what the heck? This is so cute. What the hell? This is the winner for this one. And then we have what is this? The Game Contents Award, which is, I think, like a little mini indie game, and even that's rewarded in this contest. Advertising, film, and costume design. We get this little short film, animated short film. And this is the High School Student Award. Oh my God. That's unfair. Why are people so good at this game? And then the Jury Award.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and so this is a couple of entries here voted in for the Jury Award. And finally, the School Award, which is pretty sick. So if you guys didn't know, Cygames has done multiple outreach kind of programs like this in the past for artists, like including a background exhibition showcase at a university where they even gave free portfolio reviews at an art university. So it's really strange. Like, the two halves of Cygames are truly at war with each other, I feel like. The executive side and the artist first side. But I thought that was cool. Anyway, what do you guys think about those?
It's pretty cool. Science continues to try and reach out to schools, probably in an attempt to get the next generation to work for them.
I mean, that's not even like a secret. Like the reason why they were doing portfolio reviews and stuff in the Musashino Art University the previous year was to try and scout talent. So like, you know,
they're always hungry for more artists. They need more and more.
I mean, given how the art in Shadowverse Worlds Beyond is pretty good, I guess it makes sense. They would just
clearly
it's
working.
The one thing. It's the one thing the game is still doing right consistently.
Yeah, pretty good, and hopefully that continues forward.
I did see a tweet just a moment ago. I love everything about Shadowverse Worlds Beyond except playing it.
Yeah,
that's crazy, bro. Although, I mean, given Blossoming Fate, I don't really blame them for tweeting that. That was Blossoming Fate was like the worst meta of this game for me, in my opinion. I didn't even make GM3 where I did with the other sets. Like, I just couldn't stomach it. Anyway, next news. Okay, Shadowverse's 10th anniversary is coming up in June this year, and we have a bit of an announcement. This was the first announcement about the 10th anniversary ahead of the actual channel stream where they announced even more about it. The first announcement they made was you can buy wafers that have these collectible cards in them. Yay.
Yeah, my sister linked me this, and I just had to laugh at it. I'm not buying candy from Japan.
It's not candy.
Australia.
It's literally like a little wafer sandwich thing. And let me tell you what, I've had these before, the wafers that have collectibles in them, and they taste horrific. Like so
awesome.
It's like eating chalk. Yeah.
It's like
what the hell?
Yeah. It's really
I had one of those. I had one of those wafer things for Blue Archive, my favorite.
Your favorite.
And I was able to I put an Arona for my card. Yippee.
Anyway, like they taste so bad. They're like basically eating cardboard. And so what you do is you just buy like a whole box of them and then just throw all the wafers away and get the cards. And that feels so bad.
Buy a booster box, throw away all the pack filler.
That feels so bad to throw away food, but it's barely food. So like, what are you gonna do?
It's for your own sake. It's for survival.
It's genuinely for the best. All right, next up, pretty interesting piece of news here. They're having something called the Worlds Beyond Fighting Game Rookie Championship. That's actually happening today as of time of recording. So they're getting a bunch of really, famous personalities from fighting games and having them participate in a Worlds Beyond exhibition match ahead of the new set. It's really interesting. I think it's weird because I think fighting games and card games do have some philosophical overlap, like with, making techs, matchup spreads, all that stuff, but the execution, obviously, mechanically, is so different between the two. So it'll be interesting to see if these guys can, I don't know, port over their skills into Shadowverse. It's a weird showcase, though, but it kind of makes sense given Cygames' deep involvement with, esports and FGC and stuff. So they're just getting more people into Shadowverse. And if this brings a new wave of like fighting game players into Shadowverse, I think there's no harm in doing an event like this. So.
Look, I have no idea the skill level of any of these people, nor how it will apply to Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, but the guy in the bottom right has so much aura, I'm rooting for him.
Yeah, Naruto. Look at him, dude.
That pose, that hits hard.
There's a meme in esports, or like in any production, where the default pose is crossing your arms and looking at the camera menacingly. Everyone does that, and you can see 4 people here doing that. So whenever somebody's doing a pose that's outside of the norm, I'm like, that guy's one to watch out for.
Yeah.
Just thinking outside
you
the
can
box.
just be Chuny in real life.
Yeah.
The government can't stop you from being Chuny in real life.
Yeah, true. Here's the next bit of news. There's a lot to cover, so we're kind of blitzing through it here. And also, we don't have that much to say about these initial pieces of news anyway. But Shadowverse Evolve will be at Card Game Fest. Now, usually we don't cover Evolve news, but this key art has Dreitzen on it, and Dreitzen is not a card in Evolve, so it's making me think, will Worlds Beyond be there? I don't know. It's one to watch out for, I guess. But that's going to be on 3rd and 4th of May. Yeah, will it be there? Yudi is going to become a card in Worlds Beyond. In Evolve soon.
Yudi, hi.
She's coming out in the Asphalt set, weirdly enough. That's just coming out next month. But Dreitzen is not a card in the Evolve game yet, so does her inclusion in this key art mean anything? Who knows? Regardless, I wanted to show this key art on this podcast because it's cute. So there you go.
It is cute.
Yeah.
Hey, calm down.
I mean, look at this. Why does Portal get 2 reps? They truly are the protagonist class of this era
in
of
this game, yes.
Shadowverse.
They converted from being Nemesis to Nemafriend.
Nemafriend. So real. Now, of course,
that was terrible.
Now, of course, there's a lot of news coming out regarding the announcements that happen on the Shadowverse channel. But first, I want to cover a little bit on the esports side because there's actually really important updates on this side. So first of all, Shadowverse Open 2026 revealed some details that expanded upon the initial announcement in January 23rd. So SVO will once again be split between 2 regions, which is great because that means, you're not having to wake up at freaking 4 a.m., participate in a region that you're not part of because that gives you the most chances. That's no longer a thing. You pick one of the regions and then you stick with it for the year. And then there's going to be 4 players who qualify to World Grand Prix through this circuit for both seasons of AMEU and both seasons of SEAO. They expanded the dates for these as well. Now, to be clear, in case people aren't aware about the context, Shadowverse Open is the international circuit for Shadowverse, meaning that's for all regions that are not part of the NetEast circuit, the Japan circuit, the Taiwan circuit, or the Korea circuit. So every other region other than those is SVO. So this affects the most amount of people. So you should, outside of Japan anyway, so you should pay attention to this. Here are all the dates. And then the biggest announcement, which is, freaking hallelujah. We're going back to 2-deck best of 3 all the way from preliminaries to grand finals. Unlike last year, where grand finals was best of 3, but preliminaries was best of 1. So this is amazing. Really, really happy about it. Really, really happy about it. Because obviously best of 3 not only mitigates variance, so like if you get high rolled or low rolled, that doesn't affect your whole run, but also it tests the skill of the player of playing more than one deck, like being able to pilot more than one deck and also building an effective lineup. So it's way more skill testing. Really happy about this change. Weirdly enough though, this change seems to only be for SVO, not confirmed yet for STO, SKO, or SNC. But given that the online championship in February has been and gone, and that still had best of 1 prelims, it appears that Japanese tournaments might still be doing best of 1 in preliminaries, while the international circuit is going to have best of 3 all the way through. So, hey, that's an upside for us, I guess, but good reason to join. And of course, SVO is free to enter, and there's a bunch of money you can win each time. 7,000 USD for each season's champion, which means over 15,000 USD in total prize money per season, which means there's 4 seasons total with 2 in AMEU and 2 in SCAO, which means they're pumping in about 60,000 USD plus for the prize pools alone for this competitive year for SVO.
Doesn't count management either.
Yeah, and that doesn't even count
a lot in.
That doesn't even count the team tournament and the international championship that's happening this year as well. So, and the international championship, they announced that earlier in January 23rd, and that's going to be in Singapore. I think, when was it? Like September? Wait, when was it? Let me double check actually. But anyway, that one was announced to have a grand prize of 30,000 USD, I believe. So that's also a whole bunch more money. I can just double check right now. This was the original. Yep, there it is. Grand prize, September, 30,000 USD. Wow, I nailed that, dude. My memory is better than I thought it was. Pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, so really exciting time for competitive Shadowverse this year. I think it's really a long time coming too. Allow me to yap here for a little bit because, I am biased, obviously, as the caster of SVO. But last year it was strange because the game came out in June, right? And then the World Grand Prix was in December. So they had to sort of cram an entire competitive year into less than 6 months. But now we're actually getting a proper circuit. And it's encouraging to see that maybe 2026 is the year that the game finally hits its stride on the competitive side, but also the game itself. So I like it. Any thoughts on this, boys? Return of best of 3?
Dude, I'm so relieved. I've heard from so many competitive players just like clowning on this game and like giving up because of the best of 1. Best of 1 in this, especially with cards going around like Uluwan, super duper RNG type cards. really bad draws, so on and so forth, and a best of one setting was embarrassing. It's humiliating.
Yeah, man. I don't disagree.
Every player quoted the tweet announcing it, all celebrating. Everyone's happy.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was a really good change, and I'm very happy about it.
Also, speaking of celebrating, I don't think we have on our docket the balance update.
Yeah, I just realized that as we were talking. Extra bit of news here. I covered this in a whole separate video, but Uluwan got nerfed from 7 to 9. Thank God.
Thank God.
We've nuked this card from orbit. But here's something I don't actually quite like. You get 3,500 vials per copy, which is fine. That's obviously the correct rate. Weirdly enough, though, it doesn't say up to 3 copies like it did on the previous nerf. So does that mean extra copies get the 3,500 vials? I'm assuming no.
I think that's just an omission error.
Yeah, I think
it might just be assumed at this point.
I think it is an omission error. I think it will just be up to 3 copies, so don't get your hopes up. But it doesn't actually explicitly say, so who can say? But this is what I don't like. The premium doesn't get you your Sears Globe back. It only gets you 2 shards. That's lame.
Yeah, this is terrible. This is terrible.
I mean, it's like it can't be all dubs, I guess. It can't be too good to be true.
I mean, I would have preferred them to just
shards?
I would have just preferred them to give more vials, man, honestly. But
I mean, I'd have accepted 4 shards, but like only 2?
It takes 5, right? It takes 5 to make a whole.
It takes 5 to make a globe, but you got to
Yeah.
keep in mind you are keeping the animated card.
yeah, true.
You're not
That's
destroying
true.
it.
You do keep the actual card, so you
Well,
can
anyway,
still vial it away.
Even if you never play it again, you have it.
I don't
I
know.
know you don't vial it, but like if you have regulars and the copies and you still have a premium swirling around, you can still vial away the premiums because it
Oh,
counts as
nuts.
extra copies.
Well-
I only have 3 copies of Uluwan.
We'll
I can't
ha-
even test.
We'll have to see, like, if the thing goes up more than 3 copies once the nerf goes live on the 26th. But it's really strange that they didn't like write it properly on the thing. I don't understand.
It's also strange that they didn't. It was the only thing that. It's kind of strange that Imari still gets away with it,
Right?
As well as,
I said that in
like-
my dedicated video too. I think like my theory was that Uluwan was actually like bad for the competitive integrity of the game, whereas Sincerity is just a strong card, and maybe that card will be pushed slightly out when the new cards come out. Well, I don't know.
Sincerity is still like way extremely stacked for what it is, and then
you see, what you're missing is Imari is someone at management's favorite. So
Yeah, mine.
we can't touch her.
So
You're not at management.
conspiracy
You don't know that.
theory.
You don't know me.
maxing. Yeah.
I've seen artwork today of Amari praying not to get nerfed and then dodging the nerf and acting like she was never afraid
Pretty good.
that it was
Never
never going to hit
punished.
her.
All right, back to esports, boys. This is pretty exciting, actually. Extra Championship Miyagi. So Extra Championship is the regional Japanese tournaments that are meant to promote competitive Shadowverse outside of Tokyo. Because usually when there's a competitive game, all the tournaments are in Tokyo, and it's kind of lame. But the ECS is meant for regions that aren't Tokyo, which is actually a pretty neat like way to outreach to people who aren't just inside the metropolis. Anyway, Miyagi happened, and the winner, Zeoku, brought Evolve Sword and Earthright Rune, did not play Rune at all, just played Evolve Sword and won the whole thing. Evolve Sword,
No, Lord.
Evolve
works.
Sword taking a dub right at the tail end of the set, surprising everybody. Kind of neat.
Heck yeah. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
I really appreciate Evolve Sword.
Yeah, it's a
It
fun
does not play Uluwan. It doesn't always have to play Bear. This is actual, genuine, dare I say, honest swordcraft.
Dude, there's no Owlbear and no Uluwan in this. What the heck, early?
Yeah, this one doesn't even have either one. Yeah.
And look, it
Like
runs
one
2
Lucy,
Lyrala?
Sando.
What the hell is going on?
I mean, it's still a sword deck, so it still has absolutely overstated broken cards like Zeta Bay and Golden Knight. And
Yeah.
Uke,
Yeah, but
who
also
just
it's like
banishes
more-
for free.
But
But
it's more in line with like just having good stats is a more honest approach to swordcraft winning at
hey,
least.
remember
as
when
opposed to just doing
officers
a billion
and
damage out of
commanders
nowhere.
mattered?
Yeah. No
Remember
longer.
traits.
All right. Speaking of Extra Championship, they also have the next one coming up soon in Aichi, just in a couple weeks from now, the Aichi Sky Expo. And as usual, all the information is up on the Extra Championship website. And then they even have like a little preview on the ones coming in Osaka, Kanagawa, and Fukuoka, but no details on those yet. But focus on the IG one, I suppose. It'll be interesting to see who wins this one. So I don't think these ones are streamed, by the way. So we're just gonna have to wait until the winner posts on Twitter regarding the outcome of this. But yeah, it's a nice way to get people outside of Tokyo into Shadowverse, I guess. On the bad news, though, as you know, we covered this last week. Recently, they discontinued the Raid Shadowverse Pro League, replacing it with the Shadowverse Premier Series after a bit of drama regarding the Pro League. And unfortunately, one of the consequences is that Yokohama F. Marinos, one of the big esports organizations who were involved with Shadowverse for a long time, have now shuttered their entire Shadowverse division. GG.
Ooh.
Smooge.
GG.
And they did give comments from each player who, was part of this division, which is pretty neat. So some of them are pretty big names too, like Tabata. He's had like huge numbers and results over the past couple, history of Shadowverse. I guess even going back all the way from Classic. It's sad, but at the same time, I think it is probably for the best that they replace Pro League with Premier Series, because rather than having only the entrenched organizations, it lets new organizations try and be part of the team tournament. So, but unfortunately, it did come with the loss of Yokohama F. Marinos' division as consequence. So it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. No thoughts on that, I suppose, from Kaylin, our resident.
I don't think I could say my thoughts out loud. I'm going to be respectful and shut up.
Damn. All right, you can check out his opinions on Such Patanko's stream.
That's the unfiltered commentary.
All right,
I won't point after dark.
I want to give a huge shout out to the recent community efforts. These are not official esports tournaments by any means, but it was really cool to see many members of the community step up to host events for the game, purely for the love of the game. So, of course, we had MeShadow51, runner-up of World Grand Prix back in December. He hosted a huge event called the Spring Festival, which brought together players from every single region to compete in a team tournament. And in the end, the team that took it was Team International with my GOAT, Potwasher. Funny enough, Potwasher, also a previous World Grand Prix runner-up, participating in this with Egg Portal, Gladio playing Loot Sword, and then MaxiBot, who's actually a huge name in competitive Hearthstone, playing Roach Forest, and they took the entire tournament. So really cool team tournament there, showcasing so many different talents from all across all the different regions. Really, really neat. Love to see it, because MeShadow just made his account on socials in December after taking second place, and then immediately went to work bringing together the community, which really great person, I think, and great character from what I've talked to him. And he was also fun to watch because he had a very interesting reactions on his face.
He's so fun to watch. Yeah,
he's a real character.
He's got funny faces.
I really like him. Weirdly enough,
personality.
Also, there was a bunch of other weird indie tournaments. Oh, I don't want to say weird. Well, they are weird. Well, because this one is weird. The Irium Cup, which was like an indie VTuber tournament where they paired up a VTuber with a coach to play Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. Hey, more VTubers in the content creation space for this game. Yay! Irium, I think, is a new up-and-coming sort of group of English-speaking VTubers. So, not sure about the full history on this one, to be honest. I just learned about it recently, but regardless, I wanted to showcase that people in the community from all over are making community tournaments, including the Chaos Cup over from Regalis, who is a known name in the community, as well as Fuchsia the Biscuit. Now that's a throwback, and you can see they have a whole schedule lined up until June for a bunch of community tournaments you can join over on Chaos Cup. Love to see it.
Yeah, it's a whole ambitious circuit that has it's going to have a grand final sometime in June.
Yeah.
Dear viewer, did you know
winners
that Fuchsia the Biscuit was the co-host of this podcast before me?
Yeah.
A long
True.
time, like
OG.
4 or 5 years ago.
All the way back in the very first episodes of Evolve Point. Ah, how time flies. But then obviously I had to kick out Fuchsia and I had to get Kaylin in as a DEI hire, so it is what it is.
You need a
They,
you need a token Australian. You can't have two
yeah.
Indonesians.
For
Yeah.
legal reasons, that's a joke. Okay. Let's move in, boys, to the main topic, and I think the thing that everybody wants to discuss. Of course, just yesterday, last night, Shadowverse Worlds Beyond held a channel live stream where they announced the new set Apocalypse Pact, as well as a bunch of the news regarding the future of the game. And I'm very grateful as well that they allowed me and Kuroken to be the official English co-stream as well. And that was a lot of fun doing the live reactions and showcasing the English assets off to the world for the first time. But yes, Set 6 Apocalypse Pact bafflingly announced on the 24th and releasing on the 26th with the full portal drop happening tonight. So we literally have less than 12 hours to review all the cards and theory craft before the set actually comes out.
This is kind of why I've been low energy. Well, I mean, I'm typically low energy usually, but like I had to stay up till 3 a.m. for this stream. So here we are.
Real?
he made it though. He
Stayed up
managed.
till 3 a.m. and then work in like 5 hours, but I survived and yeah.
And now he's here, and
It was
we're
worth it.
milking him even more.
Also, now that the thing has actually been revealed, I can address the elephant in the room. Yeah, the set kind of got leaked from like what, a website database or something?
Yeah. Moderator of the Shadowverse Discord and good person, good guy, managed to get into the inspect element of the website and just get everything.
Yeah.
He
It
took it
just
all.
worked.
I mean,
It
I
just
think
worked.
it's a little unfortunate because it kind of takes the wind
Shout
out
out to Road.
it kind of takes the wind out of the sails of the official
It's not the
announcement.
first
it
time it's
does.
happened. I think it's never happened this bad, but way back in the day,
was
we
a
used to
large
just
leak.
change the URLs and be able to find news posts before they happened. Or
Yeah.
I remember specifically, there were times when we just guessed the expansion name and were able to go to the website for the expansion.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. But
Like yeah, sure.
regardless-
It's kind of it's kind of a shame seeing getting spoiled before the actual thing, but at the same time, they also delayed the announcement like for so long, only giving us 2 days right
they didn't
before the
delay it-
actual expansion comes out.
If they didn't delay it, it would have, the stream probably would have happened on time and the leak wouldn't have happened.
yeah, that
You
is
know what?
interesting.
You know what? We had I had all these schizo theories about why they did this, why they did such a delayed announcement. I was prepared for the worst. I had so many theories, but I think the actual reason why we're getting this news so late is just simply because of Chinese New Year mention.
Yeah, I was
Also-
gonna say the same thing. Like, genuinely, people were like, "Are they gonna put AI art? Is the announcement bad?" But then, weirdly enough, the announcement was the best announcement stream we've had in this
No,
game.
Like
Now, I don't know
the
about
announcement-
that. They did announce
rotation-
rotation.
Yeah, the rotation's like the only controversial thing. I was expecting way worse, but like, yeah, because it just stuck out this time in particular because we've never had a main like release schedule, a main release reveal, tie in around the same time as New Year's, Chinese New Year's before. We maybe had mini expansions around the same time as Chinese New Year's. Maybe I don't know if those reveals were ever affected, but I guess it really was just nothing ever happens. Like
No,
Galen said.
I think genuinely it was, like you said, like Christmas into New Year's wombo combo. Because it went Christmas, New Year, Chinese New Year. And then not to
Yeah.
mention that given the delay of the game in 2024 and the fact that they had to crunch an entire like year's worth of content into 6 months with the accelerated release schedule and the competitive circuit. Not gonna lie, I think honestly, and I'm guilty of this too, we just forgot that the people who are working on the game are humans and they needed to go to bed. So like, that's
Yeah, it just
probably what
kinda-
happened.
It just all kind of lined up in a weird sort of way.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about Apocalypse Pact. The lore is so this is the first set in Worlds Beyond that is fully original characters, fully original content, which is exciting. It took a while for a Classic to get their first original set, right? with Omen of the
I wasn't
10.
until Omen of the 10, which was like 2 years in, I think, right?
Yeah, and then
That was the 10th expansion, right?
yeah, well,
The
and
10th
then
card pack.
and then Classic didn't. I'm sorry, not Classic. Evolve didn't get their official original set until Neo Metropolis, which was set like 18. So Worlds Beyond getting an original content set extremely early compared to the other aspects of the Shadowverse IP, which is great.
These are brand new characters, but they still tie into familiar lore because they do relate. This is in the same universe as the Omens because Encroachers mentioned, and Shamnatra is one of those.
Well, I mean, Shadowverse has always been about world hopping, so I just assume this is going to be set on a different world. But the Encroachers are like outside of the world, so they can go anywhere.
Yes,
that's true. Yeah,
the Encroachers and Pact Bearers are deities outside of universes because some of them mention lore of destroying entire realms like heavens and earths.
The Encroachers. So basically, I'll just recap the TLDR. The Encroachers are like outer gods, eldritch beings, and the Pact Bearers, I assume, are all on this specific world, and they're making pacts with the Encroachers to manifest their power on a material plane. Hence the name. Apocalypse Pact.
My interpretation is also that some of the Pact Bearers are just outright stronger than the outer gods. Like the Abysscraft one seemingly is explicitly so strong he doesn't need the god as a weapon. He just wears them as sunglasses.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Armageddon with abs.
Yeah, so the full lore is up on the website with each of the card arts, and you can take a look and read through them there. I think it's pretty interesting, the idea of like the Pact Bearers and the Encroachers all have different motivations, but in a lot of cases it seems that they're just using each other for their own ends. Everybody in this set is an asshole, and I kind of love that. So, pretty good.
I love the expansion theming because I love some Eldritch lore. That's one of my favorite themes, and I'm gonna say I was right in saying this is Starforge Legends 2.
I don't know about that. That's a bit of a reach.
Come on, realistically, Zodiac Demon, who is basically an encroacher, was the mascot of that expansion, and we're getting all sorts of star themes on these guys. Lots of space stuff. Most of the encroachers just live in space. I think it was a fair prediction.
I will say also though, like this is a new set, new lore, but it is not dissimilar to Omens because like the Encroachers also have like worshippers and all that stuff, like the Omens did. The Omens were basically also gods.
It definitely it rhymes with Omens, but it echoes them.
But the thing is, for this one, the Encroachers' designs, for the most part, are way more inhuman, which I do dig. Like, I think that is cool. Like, there's a couple of them that are just blonde woman, like Sathanid.
Sathanid is blonde woman, and you can actually see past the veil in some of the artwork.
You can even on the key art here.
Yeah.
It looks literally identical to Althenia, yeah, which is interesting. And then Yidmetra obviously also just looks like a person. But
if I speak...
but like, what is
That's
this?
someone I was very hyped for because reasons. Yeah.
You know, this is reminding me of...
she's in the tome.
You know who this reminds me of?
She's in one of the books.
This reminds me of Semael, almost, in a way, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Some of these
I don't know have Enforcer vibes.
I don't know the actual scale on this, but it would be really freaking cool if that Encroacher is literally the size of one of those books in the Pact Bearers artwork. Yeah. If she's actually that small, but super deadly, would be really cool.
No,
or like probably just like she also can just like probably change shapes as well.
No, I think she's big. Look at that. She's big.
Big Haven back.
It's pretty cool. Anyway, I like this set theming a lot. The art looks gorgeous as usual.
The most mysterious thing about the set being the neutral legendary.
Yeah, who the hell is this?
Like, what are you?
Like this thing reminds me of, it gives me vibes of Honkai Star Rail, one of the gods, deities is Aha, the god of Elation, which happens right now. Honkai Star Rail is on the planet of Elation, so, whoa, did they specifically time this set to go alongside? No.
Dude, you can literally see this, like every other card has like a quadrillion lines of lore. And then this guy just has one line. There is nothing to be known.
I kind of dig that though. Like he's the most surreal, weird, freaky motherfucker, and like we don't even get to know anything about it through the lore.
I wonder what the story is. Like, maybe the Encroachers fear this guy? That's why he's called the
yeah.
Dreaded
Straight out
One.
of Dark Souls, he's had his face ripped out as well.
Like, why are the encroachers making pacts if they are so powerful? Maybe it's because they can't beat this dude. And they need an
it
X
looks
factor.
more like
you know what I mean?
it's more like he's stealing and consuming faces.
Yeah. Dude, it looks like he's like, look
He's
at this.
collecting.
In his hand, he's got a chud son.
Blob of faces. Heck yeah.
Me on the left.
Really
My
cool set.
interpretation is probably the encroachers are a lot more dangerous than the keepers, and are just going around destroying universes. And the omens are probably some flavor of protector of the universes, even if they don't like being the protectors.
It is true, isn't it?
Just trying to take
We
over
got
the
a lot of destructive
territorial war, intergalactic territorial war.
I was just gonna say, Kalen, we do have a lot of outer god destructive deities in this
And
universe.
that's a good thing.
We got encroachers, we got omens, and we got keepers. Dude, this universe sucks. What are we supposed to do about
It's not
this?
a fun, like on a micro scale, there are safe worlds that don't really have problems, but then often a keeper just shows up and messes that up.
We got
In these
Also-
cases,
Yeah.
like
Me?
in the case of the Abyss one, you could have a perfectly peaceful normal world, but then the Abyss one shows up and destroys your heaven because he wants heavens gone.
Yeah.
We got evil, ugly outer gods, and we got a dog, a bird, and a cat.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I super fuck with the bird design. That shit looks so sick.
I
to me.
love the bird with the swords.
That shit
It's
looks so good.
cool.
And the fact that it goes like dark mode on your phone when it goes involves is so sick.
Every one of these cards is going to look absolutely stunning animated.
It looks so good. And it's
I
so
want
funny.
to call attention.
Hmm.
I especially want to call attention to Polocraft dog, not just because Polocraft, but also that's our Yogg Saron.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Hearthstone got Yogg Saron, we got Dog Saron, bro.
We got Dog Saron, yeah. Anyway, also it's pretty cool that each of the encroachers manifests as a weapon in the material plane. So you can see here that Sathanid is a lance, and then here in Althenia's hand she's holding a lance, and then obviously Yidmetra has a sword, and then Noel is holding a sword, and then Danthla is a crystal, and then Shim is holding a crystal. Borderline is obviously two swords. Sagatsumatsu is holding two swords. And then the fucking weirdest one, the Bati is Eld Sight, and Armez just uses it as sunglasses. He's fucking trolling. Like,
He doesn't need a weapon. He's so strong he doesn't need a weapon, so he just wears his god as glasses.
He's
That's
trolling.
brilliant.
Bro. That's so sick.
Now that's aura.
Yeah. Anyway, pretty cool. All right, let's talk about the actual announcements, though, shall we? So 76 new cards, 2 different exchange tickets, 2 additional fully animated, and the return of Accelerate and Crystallize, which is obviously super exciting news. 2 keywords that we like. And honestly, when they announced back in Skybound Dragons that freaking Invoke was coming first, I was gonna freaking lose my mind. But now we finally got Crystallize and Accelerate back, which are the 2 best keywords. Yay.
Opens up so much more design space.
Yeah.
Thank God.
And decision making, which I think is super important. Also, pretty cool that they're actually finally doing YouTube shorts on the English side. So
To get context for those who didn't play a classic, Excel and Crystals are basically like reverse enhance. They can use these. You can use these cards as like these followers have Excel or enhance. Excel Crystallize. You can use it for a lower cost as either a spell or amulet.
Yeah, they do have a slide explaining. Here it is. So yeah, it'll display here. Basically, if you don't have the play points to play it for the full cost, you can use it as a lower cost card, materializing it as an amulet or as a spell. And also, we get like a bit of a hidden reveal here. Venerating Dire, Rush Bane, but you can crystallize it as an amulet that makes the Venerating Dire. And then this card, Tonko, Portal gets a card that sucks. Shoddy Plaything. 6 play point 1/3 ward, draw 3 cards. Who's doing that? But you can accelerate it just to summon it as a 1/3 ward. And you know
that sure is a shoddy play thing.
I also want to say, Tonko, though, did you think about this? Accelerates will work with an evolved Imari, and that's messed up.
Oh, that's true.
That actually makes me sick to my guts. to think about that. But yeah, pretty cool that Accelerate and Crystallize are back. But then there was also a bunch of other announcements. I want to bring up the fact that they're actually finally doing freaking YouTube Shorts on the English side. They've been doing this on the Japanese side for a while. But now they're showing off the cards and the voice acting, which, are two of the most eye-catching things about this game. So, hey, marketing, it's important. We're finally doing it. They also revealed a bunch of cards, which we'll talk about in a second, but I want to cover the actual news first. First of all, the first exchange ticket is Candima. She is the hottest character I've ever seen in my goddamn life, so I want this exchange ticket so bad.
Literally
Goddamn.
a 10 out of 10 design.
Yeah.
I will be quite happy when I get all 3 exchange tickets in my first 250 packs.
You're manifesting it, I see.
Yeah. I'm a believer on this one.
Candima was already a baddie based off the leaks, but then when we sat down and watched the animations, when she leaked ink as she cries tears of ink, dude, that goes so hard.
It goes crazy hard, man. I can fix her, or she can make me worse. Either way, I'm happy about it. Also, she's voiced by my friend Jen Losi, who previously voiced Ignideus, so cool to see her back. I mean, she was already in the game voicing Beatrice, but now she gets to voice basically the freaking mascot of the set, which is pretty cool. Also,
Jen Losi, hi.
There's a new compendium reward. This is a swordcraft card that's yet to be revealed, but you can see that she is God damn. This body is absurd.
Yep.
Anyway, she's a heartless strategist, but actually she's got a secret side where she loves sweets. That's cute. And then here's a fun feature that is really good for content creators. Private lobbies coming in mid-March. You do need the premium pass to host it, but not to join it. So I can host lobbies for all my viewers to join in. And in these lobbies, you can even set custom rules, including leader defense, permitted rarities, max play points, ban cards, and they showed it off on stream as well. You can even set increase amount of evolve points, less evolve points, how many max play points you can have, and it actually reflects in the UI as well, which was like a touch that I did not expect them to actually do, but it was super cool to see that they did implement it. This is amazing for content creators.
It is.
Imagine both me and Nero. Shocking. Like Nero also does weekly tournaments. Like this is so good for both of us. Like it's crazy.
There were some people that were concerned, like, oh, they had to make you pay to set up your own lobbies, but it's like the main reason why they limit behind the PM Battle Pass. Only the owner has a PM Battle Pass, so it's like not so bad. But it's like they just did that just so they don't get overloaded by infinite spam servers.
It's completely reasonable. I think what's unreasonable is the exclusive card sleeves and emblem and flair that they're giving away. I think that they are doing that in a very disappointing way.
Yeah, where give me a second. Let me bring that up. I think it's on another tab. It was only posted on the Japanese side. Yeah. So first of all, the private lobby, you can also hold your own lobby tournaments, which is cool. With you can even set usable classes. I can finally ban sword. But then, as Kaylin was saying, there is an event, but they only posted the slide on the Japanese side for some reason. But anyway,
they likely only posted it on the Japanese side because if it's got a physical merch giveaway, they can only do that within Japan.
Ah, true. So basically, what happens is, you can host a lobby tournament, and the top 100 people who get the most people in their lobby can get these cosmetics in game with the onion patch, and then the top 3 get a physical merch reward as well. I will definitely be gunning for this. Let's make a date of it. Let's try and actually make the top 100. Everybody in this channel, everybody subscribe to this channel. Let's make a huge lobby and let's give it a try, because I want that onion cosmetic also. But yeah, I understand why Kaylin.
What about us?
Yay, Sanoshi.
Well, I think it's everybody.
I could care less.
I think it's everybody who joins the thing. Right?
I care.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's everybody that joins the largest lobby, that's a lot more different than just the 100 people that host. I
think it's everybody who joins one of the lobbies gets the sleeve and emblem, and then the owner gets the flair. I think, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah. Anyway.
And they're not communicating it properly. That's my only gripe with the feature. It's not really a problem. It's just some cosmetics. But otherwise, I think it's great. The custom lobbies are a great concept. I really do hope you are allowed to, as you are in every mode, do your dailies and battle passes in them. Yeah. Even if, like, I mean, I could understand if they limit the amount of battle pass points you get, because you could just set custom rules of limiting health to like
one health,
and then do an aggro deck trading, which would kind of defeat the purpose of grinding your battle pass each week. But
dude, what you do,
not having battle pass points from it would suck.
Yeah.
What you gotta do, chat, is like invite somebody to be like, oh, I need a quick private game for weekly. So it's like, okay, yeah, sure. You set up the game, 99 HP. There's one quick game.
I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me. Also, new feature in the park in late March. Thank God they're swapping out the knockout match quest that nobody likes doing with Battle Yudi. New PvE content where you can battle Yudi in the park. 2 different difficulties. Her deck changes daily, which I was surprised by. How do they have that many decks? And also special rules on Friday. We have no idea what that means for now. But I think it's a great change to have more PvE content, and 2, swapping out the weekly quest that nobody likes. So, good stuff.
I hope her decks aren't fair. I hope she cheats.
Well, I mean, she does have 2 different modes.
That have like more copies than you should be allowed.
She does have 2 different difficulties, so maybe no holds bar, she's just cheating. Who knows?
After all, at last, we can finally bully Yudi.
Also, Kaylin, as a person who played Hearthstone before, special rules on Friday. This is like our version of Tavern Brawl.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Rules on Friday is a bit odd when we get the quests on Mondays.
Yeah.
That's a bit.
What kind of special rules did Hearthstone's thing entail?
Tavern Brawls could absolutely anything. They were cooking up entire games each week sometimes.
Yeah, they would just make up an entire new rule set every week for Tavern Brawl, and that was super cool. And if we get that for Shadowverse, that would be epic. Love that. All right. But that's we'll have to see what the actual rules are. Maybe it's something as simple as like, hey, you get a insight in your hand at the start of the game. Who knows?
As Petty brought up last night while we were watching this live, perhaps Yudi will be able to talk to us while we're fighting her using the guiding feature that they've been working on.
She can
the
BM.
AI assisted guiding feature. Damn. Maybe she'd be able to BM. Maybe she'd be able to just talk about what cards you play.
Maybe Yudi's AI has been trained to go from backseating to BMing.
I think I think none of that's happening. But it's nice to
know.
All right. Also, weirdly enough, Yudi is also introducing a dictionary for people who don't know about card game terms, which is great. We say a lot of shit that nobody understands until they actually get into the culture of card games. Like, what the hell is a sloppy toppy? I made that one up. I wonder what will actually be in this glossary. Like, will it have casual community terms too, like OP and... You know what I mean? Like, or will it just be like
I wonder,
quote-unquote official terms?
I wonder if it's like the devs writing this in, or if it's the funny AI Yudi like actually trying to take in information. Like, it'd be funny if there'd be terms from other entirely different card games thrown in there. Like, we say float, which is like I'm pretty sure that came from Magic.
Most terms came from Magic,
as
man.
Well. Yeah.
But like calling like a card that you want to stay in the deck, like an invoke, like. In UK, we call those like garnets, for example. It'd be funny if those.
That cannot translate to Shadow.
That is not happening. I really, really don't think it's generative because they showed off the Japanese slide. It has like actual. You can see what's in there. So yeah, that it's combo. This is superu.
I gotta get an email of that.
You can do it, Gummeray.
Pointy.
Super burst? What is that? What's a super burst? Is that something in Japanese I don't know about? Super bust? Oh, spell boost! I got it.
Wow. Damn.
You got to eventually.
Nihongo Jozu.
Those Japanese reps coming in handy.
Anyway, the reason why they didn't show this graphic on the English slide is because they don't have this localized yet. And like, that show tells me that it's not generative. So guys, don't worry about it. I think it's fine. Also cute Chibi Yuri. Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
All those, please.
All right. Also, very exciting, boys. They got some in-game events. What the fuck? My voice, dude. I'm
in-game events.
In-game
such
events.
As
Give me a break, okay? I went from the live stream into making a recap video and then waking up and immediately doing this. Okay, my voice is killing me. But yes, first month we'll have Battle Dungeon with Candima and presumably another of the Pact bearers. So that's going to be similar to the Sincero Galmu one that happened in Heirs of the Omen. And then month 2, they're rerunning Dungeon Crawl, which is awesome. Everybody can agree that Dungeon Crawl is amazing. And I'm excited for this in particular because maybe this sets a new precedent. This is the second set in a row. They're running Battle Dungeon month 1 and Dungeon Crawl month 2. Will that be the norm going forward? I really hope it is because these are both really good modes.
This time, they don't legally have to remove the Battle Dungeon.
Yeah.
So we get both at once.
Well, no. Dungeon Crawl is going to be set month 2. And Battle Dungeon will be
yes,
but
in the second month, we'll be able to play both, as you can see on screen.
Yes! Very exciting. All right.
Rick?
Love that. Any thoughts on that, Tonko?
I didn't have enough time to experiment that much with Dungeon Crawl or whatever.
Wow.
I'm still not going to have enough time, but I do hope they do the thing that we've been hoping for, where they're going to give us more options for opponents for Dungeon Crawl. If they can carry over the current set of opponents alongside a new set and just like rotate between them, like, randomize between them, give us more challenges, more variety of challenges, and yeah.
Agreed.
We need.
Okay. Another thing that's happening, boys. This is a weird one, though. Battlefest is back, but it's a very strange Battlefest with unique rules. I'm going to read this out, and you tell me how this could possibly be implemented. Introducing the Park Chest Follower. At the start of the match, an allied Park Chest will be summoned. A Phone a Mentor spell will be added to your hand when it's destroyed. And then the spell is you calling Yuri and asking for free shit from Yuri. And sometimes she will do it. And it can be something for in-game, like giving you loot cards, or for out of game, like giving you points for the Battle Fest. What the fuck? That's so weird.
This is amazing. This is amazing.
So I would assume that the Park Chest is a Chud father where you start the game with. It probably has like 0 attack or whatever or something.
I mean, I'd
When
imagine
it
it's an
dies, you
amulet
get the
with
spell, and maybe the spell is gonna have a randomized set of like modes.
Yeah, but
for you to quote unquote phone in.
Calling her
phone
is
for.
just going to be the feature of Yuri talking to you mid-fight, right?
But what do you
I don't
mean
know how your
success
opponent
rate
will be
differs
able to
between
read
requests? Are they gonna like put in
Yeah, so just like
different odds of each
It's
request
like,
thing working?
we'll put you on hold. Yuri will put you on hold and just not ever get back to
I
you.
can't
Leave you on
wait
red.
to clip Tonko crashing out when Yuri doesn't pick up the phone.
And actually,
Please text back.
and we got a sneak peek of one of the card styles available, and it looks to me like an alt art for Megalorca, right? Obviously,
I would say this is a Mega Lorca alt art.
And I asked this on my other video, but I do want to ask you two as well. This alt art is obviously in a different art style than every other alt art we've had. Do you like that, or do you think it takes away from the immersion of the game? Or?
I love
completely
chibi shit,
happy with
bro.
Okay.
This is completely
love
acceptable
that
to me.
I love the Chud chibis in this game, and I've been hoping for more.
I hate those little Senryo fuck leaders we got in Classic, but this is different. This is just card art. I don't have to fight the freaking chibis as leaders that yell at me and show me their butts.
I can kind of see it going either way, like an argument either way. Like, having a silly art like this on field does look out of place compared to all the other arts, especially if it's the only one of its kind. But also, it's fun.
Oh,
so
I mean,
somebody said, I think in my comments of the other video, like, oh, I think I would prefer if these were just sleeves, and I can kind of see that as well. But I don't know. I personally don't have a huge problem with it, as long as like the main art style of Shadowverse stays the way it is, and it obviously is, given what we've seen of Apocalypse Pact. I don't think there's any real harm in having a few
I think if you
cute cards like this.
I think if you don't like these, like maybe it's like if it's like okay, your emotion, yeah, sure. But if you really don't like these, I think you just simply lack whimsy and joy in your life.
I'm not gonna make
No
any
whimsy.
I'm not gonna make any moral judgment on people's preference for art, but Tonko will, and that's epic.
I will. That's my job. That's my dynamic in this group.
All right. Okay, we already covered Crystallize and Accelerate, and then here's a fun one. We're getting new tutorials and guided puzzles. Of course, these are free to do, and they give resources, so there's no reason not to do them. And they specifically call out Faith, Crystallize, and Accelerate as new tutorials they're going to be adding. And very interestingly as well, we get a little bit of a preview, sneak peek on some of the cards that have yet to be revealed. We see Sathanid is a 1-cost 1/1. What the hell? And Althenia is an 8 play.77. It looks to me like Forestcraft is getting a Faith through Sathanid as well. That procs by evolving followers. Evolve Forest support. Pretty neat.
Actual Evolve quest.
And then we also get a couple of other cards here that we haven't seen yet, like Kindly. Oh, fuck, what does that even say? Kindly Executor as a 2.12. And then the Encroacher spell, Nurturing Eld Lance as a 3 play-point spell. We don't know the effects of any of these yet, but given the theming, I would guess that it's all Evolve support. So Evolve Forest might actually finally see some increased playability and viability. And I mean, hey, in the past meta, it even got at least 9th place in OCS, the Tempo Evolve hybrid. So I think Evolve Forest might be a big wave coming up in this new set. So that's kind of exciting.
While we're looking at a Faith mentioned, do we have like hard confirmation of Faith's like actually count as quests?
I do not believe that.
There is card confirmation in the Q&A section that Faiths are not crests,
Yeah.
and people are already
thank
able
God.
to test this by playing Sham Blood with Jerry to then play Marwyn.
Yeah.
Faiths do not count as crests.
No, Faiths
They do
don't
not count for him.
Faiths super
Oh,
don't
thank
count.
God. So you can't just play the Haven Faith and just have a free quest off with Marwyn. Thank goodness.
I would say they called the 5. Tonka, you got kicked out of the lobby, bro. I would say that they
Oh, yeah?
called
What are you gonna do about it?
the 5 little circles here. They called it the crest zone previously, but it's more like a leader effect zone, I would say. And then crests and faiths can both live there. But
No, we can't say that because we do have actual leader effects on the leaders.
but they are distinct, so that's interesting. Also, they don't have the slide here on the English side, but I believe they did say it on the JP side, and we also had the slide in the actual stream. But anyway, they had confirmation that for tutorials, they would have a banner saying which ones are the newest ones, as well as a little indicator on what tutorial came in what set to give players the full context of the environment. And also, they announced that they are boosting the amount of guild points earned by anybody not like below master rank, which is great because there have been many cases with guilds pushing for S++ where they just kick out anybody who's not master or grandmaster because they earn less points. So now people who are below master will get a huge increase in points compared to what they were having before, which makes guilds a friendlier place for newcomers, which is nice. So
as it is right now, if you are not master rank, you effectively do not contribute points to a guild. So this is a great change.
Great change. Okay, next up, you guys like spending money? You get to get a card style for Fearless Soldier, an upcoming Swordcraft card, which we don't know the effect of just yet, but it looks like a 2-play.2 attack card. And Guild Elise, the best card in the game. So you get yeah.
Nobody asked.
I
mean, had to have
couldn't pay me to buy Giln's Altar.
I mean, listen, I know that Tonko doesn't love these microtransactions, but I honestly think these are fucking harmless, especially compared to
it's more like it's like I'm fine with buying card styles, but obviously, they have to pair card styles together. Combinations that nobody asked for.
Yeah,
to make it more
true.
expensive.
You can't buy them individually. That is a fair criticism. I will say though, like a microtransaction like this, where you're just buying a cosmetic, I think that's fine. Especially like it's a matter of degree. Like the freaking Skybound Dragon ticket being random, that shit was disgusting.
Yeah.
But like when it's just this and you just buy a card style, I think that's totally harmless.
And
that's
I don't hate
Over-
this because it's a microtransaction. I hate this because it's guild.
yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Anyway,
this is one of my only complaints of the entire stream. It can't be all dub. So the fact this is one of the only L's is like, yeah.
I do think
fine.
that is a fair criticism though. People should just be able to buy individually. Like bundling
Yeah.
shit together is lame, and it's
I don't necessarily mind the idea of like paying a bunch for like all adults. Yeah, sure, but it's the fact that it'd be bundled with chuds. Like, who is this? Who's this random bronze? Who asked for this?
Yeah, but I mean, fucking, she got honking Hondas, bro. God
Yeah,
damn.
she does have those. That's true.
All right. Also, they announced deck boost bundle. As usual, with every set, they have one of these. You can buy it on the web store exclusively, and it gives you crystals and packs and shit. Cool. And as usual, our official opinion on the Evolve Point podcast is that the only thing that's actually worth your money in terms of value is the battle pass, and then everything else is just to your discretion. So there you go.
Wait a minute. Actually, this is the normal bundle they put into
it's the
every
same-
set. We don't have.
it's the
We
same
don't.
set.
No, but like we don't have a new ambitious $100 bundle this time. It's just a normal bundle. We don't have like a whole new different thing they're trying to make us spend money on, except for that one cost thing. That's it.
They
Like,
know that UD got enough sales. They
They're
don't
slowing
need to do
down.
another one.
You'd
right now.
imagine if they had another $90 UD-esque bundle, man. That'd be
It
messed
would be
up.
80 USD. You boys are exaggerating.
All right. We also
Still
got
too high.
We also got the deck giveaway. This is actually a piece of news that I didn't like. I don't like that it's only 2.
Oh, yeah.
They should have one for each class, IMO. But
I didn't register that. I kind of didn't register that it was only the 2 decks again, which you always complain about.
Yeah.
I didn't register that as like a large problem because these are my 2 favorite classes.
Yeah, these are your 2. What? No, it's not. Don't fucking lie. You're LARPing as a sword main now after years of hating on sword.
So this past weekend, when the leaks were going around, like I did this whole bit where I did a stream that was a whole psyop. Where I refused the existence of the leaks, and I role played as a sword main. Like I've always been a sword main. I got a main sword now. Look at her. Yeah, I gotta play that. Sure.
Anyway, I know
love sword.
I know that this is a free deck and it comes with 2 legends, so free deck, good. And just to be clear, guys, the set 5 free deck will be going away once this one rotates in. But if you've already been playing, you can get all of them. It's only for new players where that matters. So new players won't be able to get the set 5 deck once this comes out. But if you've been playing the whole time, then you already claim the set 5 deck, so you get everything. But like, it is a free deck, which is great, and it comes with 2 legendaries, including one from Apocalypse Pact. Yay! But I still would have preferred it if it was one from each class, so that people can actually choose what they want to play. So like,
yeah, there's no reason not to do one for each class. Theoretically, the reason is like maybe the other classes don't get other archetypes. No, that's not even true. We have Discord trackers and the whole thing, and
it's not even like it's not losing Psy games any
Yeah, it's
value
not
because
hard.
you can only pick one anyway. So like,
Yeah.
there's no point not to have one for each class. I think it's ridiculous. I think they should have one for each class. And I mean, listen, free shit's free shit, but could be done better. Especially for people who don't fucking like these classes. So like, there you go.
I love these classes.
Anyway,
I always just take the deck that has the most like reduction in vials I would have to spend. So if I get 3 of the sword legendary, I'm obviously taking the portal one.
yeah. And here's the biggest news of the entire stream. Set rotation has been confirmed for late April. So the set after this one. I will say it's a different implementation from the way it was implemented in Classic. And I think it is better than how it was implemented in Classic. So
I agree.
unlike rotation in Classic, which was a 5-set rotation, this time around it's going to be a 6-set rotation, which makes a lot of sense because sets in this game are smaller. So kind of has to be. My only question is that it says here once set 7 comes out, so the set after Apocalypse Pact, Legends Rise will be rotated out. Will set 7 be a double decker like Legends Rise is, or will it not be?
I really hope not. I don't think that would be necessary with them having 6 sets. If it was only 5, you have a bit more argument for that, but 6 sets of 76 cards is enough.
I mean, I think you
can build a meta.
It is a question mark though, so we'll have to see. And then also
2 more months.
Of course,
guys, Guys, 2 more months of Out of the Bear Orcus and then we're free.
And Dimension Climb.
And Dimension Climb.
But here's the thing. Unlimited is also obviously coming back, which is every set, but there's going to be a ban list. And then Boundless is everything. I got kicked out for inactivity. Fuck.
Bro.
And then Boundless is going to be a more casual format where everything, including, like, it just ignores the ban list as well. But they're not going to have Boundless on Ranked or GP. So if you take a look here, and I think this is the most interesting thing and the best way they could have implemented it. Like, I mentioned this previously, and we made a whole video dedicated to whether set rotation is necessary. And while me personally, I would have preferred no set rotation and a curated ban list, I think genuinely this is the best way they could have implemented it, in that it gives players the choice of either and not, like, forcing them to play both. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, you remember in Shadowverse Classic, you had to grind 2 separate ladders in order to get the maximal rewards. Now, not only in ranked matches, lobby turnouts, but even Grand Prix, you can choose between rotation and unlimited, which is great.
You did just bring up something that I was going to mention.
What?
This is yet another reduction in the amount of free card packs you can get compared to Shadowverse Classic, because there is no separate Grandmaster line for unlimited. You can't get those realistically pretty easy to get unlimited Grandmaster packs and top 10k packs that we had in Classic. But
back in my day, back in Classic,
it's not
all
as
you
if
had to do was just show up to be in top 10k and unlimited.
real. It's not as if we were getting many packs for hitting Grandmaster in this game anyway. They reduced it so far down, it doesn't matter. And the top 10k rewards are gone, effectively. I like this because in Classic, there were entire expansions I didn't play rotation because I hated some deck in it, so I just stuck to unlimited, didn't really interact with the game. I was just in unlimited doing my own thing. In this way, you can dip your toes into rotation, and if you don't like rotation, go to unlimited, and it still counts towards you getting Grandmaster. Both tracks working together to get you up in ranked points. This just gives you more freedom to play the game how you want.
Yeah, and
in all likelihood, it's very likely that unlimited format will also be ass, but it's the choice, it's the freedom, or perhaps illusion of choice that you have now.
Exactly. I think Caitlin did hit.
Don't tell the community this, but sometimes unlimited was better than rotation in Classic.
It's true.
I was just going to say, I think Caitlin hit on an interesting point. Well, yes, technically it's less packs, but that would only matter if we had the same reward structure of Classic, where you actually got a meaningful reward. For Grandmaster.
Congratulations, you hit Grandmaster 2. Here is 2 tickets.
Yeah, the rewards for hitting higher levels of Grandmaster in this game are so performative that it doesn't matter at all. And I really prefer the freedom to choose what format you want to play. You get to, it encourages players to play both because they don't feel like they're wasting time not grinding one ladder over the other. And also it just straight up decreases monotony, right? You just get to play whatever you want, and you're still progressing the one goal that matters, which is getting GM each set. So, yeah, it's good. Good change. I like it.
People are still going to be mad just the fact that it's rotation as concept. But I mean, honestly, if you were still hoping and praying that they just weren't going to do rotation ever, if you still had any real hope for that, then it's like, I don't know what to tell you, man.
I had belief we could be a better game, but no, unfortunately, we're just going to be the same game.
Thankfully, this is probably the most graceful way they could have implemented rotation. Like, this was the most controversial news, obviously, but I don't really feel that bad about it.
I can live with it.
I think it is the best. Like I mean, summarizing my feelings as like a 1-sentence TLDR. Would have preferred ban lists, but this is the best way they could have done rotation, so I'm kind of fine with it. It's sort of how my feelings on that lie. All right.
Way worse.
It could have been worse, yeah. All right. Speaking of news about the future, guys, 10th anniversary is coming up for Shadowverse soon, as well as Golden Week, and we're going to have tons of events regarding that. This is a funny one, though, because early May, There's going to be a Golden Week thing. And of course, there's going to be a bunch of login bonuses and giveaway events, which is great. But the funny one is that they're introducing temporary cards again. They're back. Somehow temporary cards returned from Classic. And they're meant to onboard newer players by giving them like fake copies of legendaries they can play in their deck that can't be liquefied or made into premium cards. And they have this Chud Uni sticker on it, like you're freaking on a learner's license.
Can I keep my temp so I can keep the Chud Utis, please?
Yeah, it's pretty silly, but I think hey, any way to onboard new players is fine, but genuinely, the temporary card system from Classic was so confusing, and it's very funny to me that they're just reintroducing it again. But,
the concept of temporary cards is fine and all. It's just the way they implemented it, the temporary cards in Classic was just so unintuitive.
It's so
there
confusing.
were many temporary cards that were just simply not temporary. It would just permanently stick on your account.
Yeah, it's very strange. But hey,
I bet I could check right now and still have loads of temporary cards in my SVC account.
Yeah, right. But I also mentioned 10th anniversary is happening as well this June. Obviously, a massive milestone for Shadowverse. Omedetou. Happy birthday. You get a bunch of free shit. So that's awesome. And then also announced on the Japanese side, but they didn't announce it on the English side, is indeed an in-person event on the 20th and 21st of June. Free to enter to anybody celebrating the 10th anniversary. So if you're in Japan during the summer holidays, definitely go. I think it's super worth. So pretty cool. And I hopefully will be there.
I think it's a good call to like mention 10th anniversary because obviously it's a huge milestone and drum up awareness leading into it. And of course, we're going to get more actual anniversary news over time, I'd imagine.
I will hopefully be here for this, by the way, guys, and I will probably be making vlog content while I'm there. Fingers crossed. So you can, if you can't make it to Japan, you can experience it through my eyes. Yay. Also for 10th anniversary, they recently announced, actually, let me close a bunch of these tabs that we're not talking about anymore. Save some time. Also for 10th anniversary, they also announced a fan art contest. Let me find that tag here. They have yet to announce the hashtag for it, but any character related to Shadowverse, including from the game or anime, Mimori gamers rise up. Excluding collab characters, but they're going to have a hashtag for it, and presumably they will showcase these in the park like they did with the last fan art event, so that's going to be exciting too. Yay! Okay, next news. They showcased the Battle Pass, and it's going to be Sagatsu Matsu as the Battle Pass leader. What a value leader for a Battle Pass, by the way.
Yeah, they put a core character, one of the new characters, as a Battle Pass leader, which was pretty cool.
Not just a gold, not just a story charter, but a legendary from the set.
And it's a cute girl who's not wearing underwear. You got her whole freaking coochie out, dude.
We forgot to mention it, but Sagatsu Matsu is the only legendary in this card set that doesn't just have a flip art for her evolved art.
Mm-hmm.
It's actual different arts.
And also,
actual different pose.
A little bit of a sneak. We get another portal card revealed. 5.21 substandard puppet as the alt art for the Battle Pass. So
those are some pretty substandard stats, if I may say so myself. But
as usual, the original art for substandard puppet is a muscular man, and then they changed it into a petite little girl. So you can get that for your family.
You can't say no to that.
Yeah.
Common Battle Pass moment.
And then finally, in terms of news, we got the purchase bonus thing. This is the usual thing where you can buy 10 bundles for 1,000 crystals each, and they each give you a bonus. The alt art is Sagatsu Matsu again. Sagatsu Matsu is getting so much love from this set.
Lots of love for her.
And
deserved.
And emblem and flare for sorry, what am I saying? Emblem and sleeve for Sagatsu Matsu as well. And this time around, very weirdly, if you buy the bundle, you actually have a chance to win a serial number L from the previous Shadowverse Evolve set. What the heck?
I think it's best to not forget they already did this. They did this with the serial number Gilm.
Yeah, but they don't do this every time. Is this going to be a thing going forward where they do it every time, you think?
I don't think it'll be every time. I think it might be every third or fourth, like they have.
Can anybody outside of Japan actually even get these?
Well, I mean, the thing is that usually when
anyone can enter, but I doubt anyone outside of Japan can win.
Usually when it's outside of Japan, they don't make a English graphic for it. The fact that they put this in the English graphic
They
makes you
did?
think that they do.
Oh yeah, huh?
It was in the global release of the game when you were opening. I believe it was Heirs of the Omen. No, it was the one before that. Wait, which set was that? The second card pack. When
Infinity
we were
Evolve.
opening that, Infinity Evolve. That's the one. I always forget the name of it. We had the whole graphics in game about the chance to win the Gilnlease serial card. Not Giln. No, it must have been Ez then if it was Giln. My memory is foggy when it comes to recent events.
Don't worry about it. And also, of course, we're gonna
It's been
have.
such a quick year.
I know, right? And I mean, 2025 was the worst year of my fucking life, so I'm hoping that this year is better. All right. And then we also had a new set release missions, of course, as usual. Over 3 days, you just do a bunch of missions and you get 10 free packs. Yay. And finally,
Also, leading up into this expansion, we've gotten more upcoming card pack tickets than ever before in this game. I'm sitting on 15.
True. They had the.
So I got 25 pretty quickly.
We covered it last week, but they did have an upcoming pack like event where a bunch of shit just gave you packs from the new
Now,
set. So-
obviously, nothing compared to what we got in Classic, but can't bring that up every podcast.
Kalen is going to be the old man yells at Cloud of every podcast episode, and honestly,
Yeah.
he's valid. And of course, guys, over on the official socials, you can retweet for a chance to win 10 tickets. 10 winners will get it. And I already retweeted it, but I'm going to say you should too. I want you to win it more than me because I'm going to buy a bunch of shit anyways.
Well, you're going to buy out the full 10, like the 100 card packs for the
Yep.
Saga Alt-Art.
I will indeed do
That's
that.
unreasonable for me to do. 260 Australian dollars for an Alt-Art. It's just not reasonable.
And now here's a couple of miscellaneous bits of news. We got 2 new background music tracks for the Guild Lounge, and you can now shuffle the background music.
Good.
Yay!
It's a good thing.
And then
Is that a toilet in your room?
I don't know. It does look like
No,
a toilet.
it's a
isn't it?
speaker. It's a jukebox.
We also got new cosmetics. You can be a maid.
This is the best thing from the announcement. This is the best thing from the announcement.
You can be a maid or butler in Shadowverse Park. The
New
e-dating
Kaden
is gonna go
expansion.
crazy,
I'm promising this
bro.
now. For the next podcast, all 3 of us are coming wearing those suits.
All 3 of us are
We gotta
what?
Wear our Sunday best for the podcast.
And then we also have, fun enough, the BGM for Worlds Beyond will be going up on platforms for you to listen to. We got singles and a whole album. Yoshihiro Ike, the composer for Shadowverse, has been working on this game for, God, almost 10 fucking years. Glad to see him get some representation and some props. His songs are genuine bangers. So, like, hey, love to see it. I wonder if this will get a physical release, but I think so far this is just for digital platforms, but still pretty cool.
Do they release on digital like for classic or before? Because
I'm not
It
sure.
might
I
just-
don't
I mean-
think so.
it might be harder to find because it might just be only in Japanese titles and albums. But could you imagine if we played these if we played this OST on stream and we get Xane for it?
No. Well, I mean, I think it's great. Yoshihiro Ike, great composer. All the songs in this game are good, so good stuff. Next news, more merch. This is Gachapon. You can get it from a Gachapon machine. Finally, I can have an Oshikatsu of Milteo and Luzin. Yippee. And we also get new sleeves with the boys on it, and
I gotta get those Linko.
this one is fucked up. You can get Leshena and Sincero perfume.
This had been announced months ago, right?
No, it
we-
was Fenny and some other chug.
previously had
it's
Fenny and
Fenny,
Albert,
right.
and now we're getting Sincero and Leshena. 2 sword perfumes in a row. Freaking
2
privileged class.
sword boys in a row.
But,
Their greed disgusts me.
The greed disgusts me, man. But hey, we finally get to smell like Leshena. Yay.
The scent of the Shenna. I've been waiting my entire life for this.
They really did create a character that female players absolutely love in Sincero. So if you wear this perfume in public, you could find one. Don't know how, don't know when, but they could smell the Sincero on you and just hunt you down.
Why does Sincero smell like citrus? I really did not expect that. I would have expected him to smell like, I don't know,
Pennies.
like
He looks like he eats raw lemons. Don't mess around. He obviously smells like citrus.
He's doing the hot lemon challenge where you eat a hot lemon. Is that what he's doing every time? I don't know. I would have expected him to smell like gold, but I guess that doesn't smell good. So like, what are you gonna do about it? All right. We also got even more merch coming up. We got this Chud Yudi mug where she's badly painting Albert. There's your generative art, by the way. The AI
Yes.
Yudi is making art. Yay!
An AI generated this art.
No, it's
and
not.
you know what? Just look at that Albert. You can see it.
To be clear, this is obviously not AI generated. It's just a joke because Yudi is an AI and she's painting, but this shit is hilarious. Look at how stupid that Albert looks. It is so
It's
funny.
great.
This makes Yudi even more Arona coded because Arona also draws like shit.
And she looks so smug too. Nobody tell her that she did a fucking dog shit job or she's gonna cry. We also got a phone stand for when when you have to find a YouTube video when you eat. This is perfect for that. And acrylics of Uluan and Sofina, and then this shirt with all the Chud chibis on it, which is pretty cool. Yay! And then next thing, I think this is only for Japan, unfortunately, but they're having a thing where if you spend 5,000 yen on the Psy Games web store, you can potentially win 10,000 yen back in gift cards. So I fucking love gambling. Okay, next up, we got announcement of the continuation of the Gachi Oku variety show for Shadowverse, featuring the content creators like Kamonohashi and stuff like that. But that's mostly just in Japanese. But hey, if you can understand Japanese, you can watch that. Sort of blitzing through these now. This is exciting though. Using the new custom lobby rules, Shibu Hal from obviously esports organization Neoporte. Well, I guess it's a VTuber organization, but he's also very deeply involved with Crazy Raccoon and esports, hosting custom tournaments for many different games. He's going to be hosting a custom tournament for Shadowverse using the new custom rules lobby. This is super exciting. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm a huge Shibu Hal fan, so me personally, I cannot wait for this.
V2 is mentioned. We like those.
I mean, it's good that
More
they're
advertising, more good.
they're using the custom rules feature, right, too, which is a fun way to show people the many different ways to play the game. So that's good.
Mm.
Right, and that's gonna
I
be
can't wait for it to be so messy. It's going to be brilliant.
That's going to be on March 13th. And then here's some very exciting stuff. Got more details about the first Rage of the year. Rage being the biggest major in Japan's circuits. And that's happening, of course, on the 2nd of March. That's really soon. That's going to be when you can sign up. And it's going to be in Makuhari Messe in Tokyo. And we got some more details on it coming on April. So the preliminaries will be in April, and then the finals will be, I believe they announced it to be 26 April. Of course, you do have to be in Japan to participate in this. It's an offline event where you have to actually go to the venue and participate. But if you actually are in Japan during April, I would highly recommend you do it because it is such a fun experience. I did it only one time in my life because I don't live in Japan and I can't afford to travel to Japan every time there's one of these. But if I could do it again, I would. It's really cool. To actually compete with people face to face is a different energy, man, compared to just competing on them like on ladder. So it's pretty cool. And finally, they announced that obviously the set is coming out tomorrow. The full portal drop will be at 7 p.m. Japan time tonight. So I will be doing a live stream on that with these two boys, I believe, if you guys are free, right?
If Petty can make it that far, but it'll only be 8 p.m. for me, so I'll be awake. I'll be fine.
But they also announced
I'll find a way to survive till then.
I believe in you.
Life finds a way.
But they also announced that Game Watch and Hobby Japan will be doing some reveals as well. We don't have the Hobby Japan one yet, but the Game Watch one actually already came out. We can take a look at it here. It is the sword thing. Hold up.
Sword spell.
Give me 1 second. I want to make sure I didn't
He's working
accidentally
on it.
dox myself. Because I accidentally opened my new tab page. I don't want to get atriarched. Anyway, it's fine.
Oh, wait. Yeah. You can always do worse than Atriarch.
So they revealed a new card here. It's a new sword spell. And it actually has a really high-res asset of Yidmetra, which is pertinent to Tonko's interests. But it's a 1 play point encroacher spell that is either, let's see, draw a card, deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower, or enhance 3, do both. So that's actually genuinely just a good generic spell. So pretty cool.
Ready,
Can I just say,
Metro?
can I just say, why is Blazing Breath just 1 play point deal 2 and in our basic pool? It's so bad.
I mean, we got a lot
They
of bad
get-
cards in basic pool, man. Don't complain too much. Freaking
Sword
Mecha
gets
Cavaliers. And...
insight. Why did 3 crafts have insight?
Yeah, it's pretty good. All right. And actually, I want to talk about some of the other reveals as well that have been revealed. So we got the Havencraft and the Dragoncraft reveals. And genuinely, compared to Blossoming Fate, the card designs in this set are looking so much more promising. Where Blossoming Fate was just fucking flip coin and see what happens. The cards so far revealed for this set actually encourage like meaningful decision making and skill expression.
What?
Dare I say, Shadowverse is back. Especially,
What do you mean what do you mean they're designing cards in the card design finally?
finally. So let's talk about it. Kandima, summon a copy each of 2 random differently named allied follower amulets destroyed this match with last words and a base cost of 2 or less. Super evolve. Select another card on the field, destroy it. If you select an enemy amulet, if you select an allied amulet, you deal 3 to all enemy followers. So, like, I mean, look at that. You can either deal with an enemy threat or target your own thing and advance your win con. Actual decision making on cards that don't just explicitly say mode on them? Say it ain't so. Genuinely.
Last night,
Yeah.
while you were doing the live reaction to this card announcement, you were tabbing back and forth between the English and Japanese so often that me and Taco could not even tell what she did.
Listen, I genuinely love this design. Like, we're actually getting designs that are interesting and good and make you think. Are we back? And then Lion Thoth is the same, where you can select 3 other cards on the field. So that can be enemy or friendly cards. And it's the Return of Faith. And then you get the token that sets up for a crazy combo with amulets, the thing that's emblematic of Havencraft.
You're actually playing and using amulets in Havencraft
Like,
after all
listen.
these years?
Blossoming Fate card design was so fucking dog shit that I will glaze the card design of this set. We can only hope that it carries on for the rest of the set. But so far, I'm really happy with everything they revealed. Sublime Eltome also, you get to pick an enemy or an allied amulet, and it advances the win condition of your faith. And Venerating Dire, the return of Crystallize. Crystallize can count towards your faith as an amulet. Like, I don't know. Am I just gas? I'm gassed. Like, do you guys like this, or am I alone on this?
Dude, the Dragoncraft cards actually do something with this card after all these years.
I know.
My only contention with that is Burnite and Fan are rotating in 2 months, right as we get discard support. But at least these will work with Yubei. The tempo potential of Yubei with Voral is really quite good.
But I'm not alone here, right? Like, the card design here is like leagues ahead of Blossoming Fate, right?
It's
like,
a bit saucy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit saucy.
It's like so
I
much
mean, I
better.
will say that I've said it. I've said it a few times. The Dragoncraft Legendary is another 5 attack storm.
Yeah, it is pretty fun.
Dragon kind of just keeps getting storm, and if it keeps being at 5 attack, like, I don't think the fact that Forte is rotating in 2 months justifies printing the same attack line constantly.
Forte is not
But
rotating
at least
in 2
she
months.
does do some other things.
Oh no, she is. No, you're right. Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually not very far away at all. God damn.
Yeah.
But anyway, like, you're not wrong. Forte, Sagatsumatsu, Zoe, and Galmew are all 5 attack storms. That's so weird, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so like the dragon cards, like Tanko said, also interact with discarding. You make Spilling Red, which also discards. And I think Spilling Red is main deckable because it's shown here as a card, not just as a token like the Lionthal spell. So the fact that Spilling Red is main deckable is fucking crazy. That's so good. And then, so Spilling Red is a 1-cost that can destroy while discarding, and then Vortalai, when you discard it, summons Vortalai, and then you evolve it to get the Vortalai token spell, and then when you discard the Vortalai token spell, you can heal and deal, so you use Spilling Red to discard the token spell to not only destroy the entire enemy board, but also heal and deal. You combo that with Yubei or with Fan of Otohime for even more damage, and then imagine using Advent of the Eldblades with Fan of Otohime, you just get a 2/2 guy, then you get a 2-cost spell, like you can buff it by +2/+2, you go face for 6 on turn 5, randomly, while not losing any value in hand. Like, God, I love it. I love it. I love it. Listen.
It's definitely got a lot of potential. Although I will say, if the payoff of Sagat Matsu is just dealing 9 or 10 damage with evolves and super evolves and go and storm on 10 play points, we can already do that with Genesis Dragon and
yeah, but Genesis Dragon.
See the rest of the set for Dragon.
Genesis Dragon is a all or nothing play. I do agree that Ernst is a hard card to compete with, though. But yeah, I think it's, I don't know. Listen, I know I'm seeming very excited, and that's because I think coming from the horrible designs from Blossoming Fate, I'm genuinely happy we're returning to designs that are actually fun, skill testing, and interesting. It's about damn time. So
it's a great thematic expansion. I think the card design has potential. Faiths are something I wanted to see expanded on. I've said that in previous podcasts, and I predicted that as soon as we saw the leaks that the other encroachers would have faith-related effects, and that is correct. I am a little disappointed Dragon isn't getting a discard-related faith. Because, like, if you think about it, we had faiths all the way back in Shadowverse Classic around this time with Lindworm. that was a faith. Just discard 10 cards and he becomes a different follower. And that was very important for Dragoncraft for a long time. Right. So I would have liked to see some discard Dragon support.
Now, obviously, I'm a bloomer here regarding the card designs here. I think they're great. I want to ask the resident doomer of the podcast, Tonka, what he thinks.
He's out peeing. You're going to have to ask later.
He leave? Oh my God.
Yeah, he's peeing right now. He's back.
All right. Anyway, Tonko, you're back. Hi. I was just saying, I'm the resident bloomer of this podcast regarding these effects. I think they're great, and I think they're a step in the right direction for sure. I want to ask the resident doomer, such Patanka, what do you think of these card effects, man?
Yeah, so this is all a lot more reassuring because it does seem like they're actually doing more interesting, more in-depth actual card design with real card mechanics. Especially, we haven't even we have only seen a couple crystallized and XLs as well thrown in so far, so there's even more room for space. That being said, though, it's going to be really funny if, like, you know, when we go through all the cards in the next, in like 10 hours from now, it's going to be really funny if all the other cards suck ass. If we, like, this looks really good so far, but what if this is just,
they only showed the best first. I don't think they put their best foot forward on this. I think they, that's the wrong way of saying it. I think they've got some more heaters in the back. They're definitely going to have some cool effect. The neutral legendary is going to do something unique and hopefully not define the game just around him like Sandy does. But I hope it's a good effect at least, and not just a meme like Zodiac Demon was.
I don't need to doom in every single episode, but I'm just saying we've been a bit too positive this entire episode. I gotta spice things up a little bit. I was gonna
say, yeah, I think this was the best reveal stream they've done so far.
my only small gripes in regards to like the reveals themselves is just the fact that like they did the standard ratio of just like 6 or so reveals when they know they know they don't have a reveal season this time. So it would have been nice if they showed a little bit on stream, but it's not like we have to wait very long for everything else anyway. Just a small little gripe.
Fair enough. All right. I mean, that's every single bit of news. You let us know in the comments down below what your thoughts on all the announcements were. and we are just gonna get, huh? Wow, I just
Fan
like,
letters?
I literally just
Good
like,
l-
dude, I literally,
Comments from last episode? I've got a couple.
I literally just like lost all of my energy in the span of me saying that sentence. I don't know if you noticed that. It's like my soul left my body in the middle of me saying that sentence.
Your soul is linked to the P because it's because I expelled your soul out.
That is concerning. If my soul is linked to your P, that sucks.
That explains a lot. Now,
I
doesn't it?
pulled up a comment from the last podcast, and I'd like to read it out. Andrew and Silk says, assuming the next podcast episode is post reveals, what's the worst and or best small change they made? And I'm gonna say that the best small change they made is unlimited in rotation, both contributing to the same master points in order to rank up. That
Real.
is the best small change.
Real.
And the worst small change that they made is rotation at all. I know that's not a small change, but I really don't like it. I can live with it, but
I think that's fair.
not a fan.
Also,
The concept of rotation is a bit of a shame still, but like I said, could be worse.
another comment I want to highlight here is somebody who basically summed up the entire vibe of the podcast. And it honestly, they've read us dead to rights. Let me try and find it. Ethork says this podcast is yin yang. Igni is neutral. Things can go wrong or go right. We'll see when we get there. Kalen is optimistic. One more set of the same old stuff. No need to worry. Tonko, pessimistic. Game sucks and will continue to suck no matter what. Which is basically
Perfectly balanced.
yeah. I mean, that's I think the appeal of this podcast is that we get all
That's
the
our dynamic. Yeah.
exactly. And then also I want to shout out another comment here because we previously asked, did people prefer no reveal season or drip fed reveal season? And we actually got a bit of a mix of responses. It seems like people like it either way, and it really just comes down to the individual. So, like, for example, Raven Sauter said, I don't really mind either way. Seeing cards beforehand is cool, but I can't judge how good decks are until all cards are out anyway. Shadowverse next would be amazing, but I doubt it would happen, etc. and so forth. So, yeah, I think it's a sort of a mixed bag. I mean, I do kind of get it. Like, without a drip-fed season, everybody's sort of on the same playing field when the set comes out, and it's going to be a more hectic day one, and that could end up being more fun. So, for me, it's like whatever makes the more fun in the game, the better. So, good stuff.
We didn't technically get a Shadowverse next, but part of the news announcements for this stream was talking about the anniversary event in a couple months, and that was called like Next Information or something like
It
that.
was like
Next mention.
It was like a mini Shadowverse next, which was fun.
Yeah.
All right, Tonko, did you have a comment that you wanted to pick out?
I'd say we've been a bit too on topic this entire episode. So
God.
Desh Tom says,
Yeah, I see it.
I'll just keep asking Patonka about Digimon every podcast. Hey, Tonka,
Oh.
thoughts on dual cards? Confused. I am confused. So, okay, so Igni and you Igni and Kaden, you guys barely know Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever tried
Barely.
reading, like, processing a pendulum card?
No. I quit the exact moment they added pendulums.
I
Because
understand. I think
they
know
look
what.
disgusting. They look like they play disgusting.
I think I know what pendulums are. You have to have tuners, right? Is that wait?
Yeah.
Is that
No, I
synchro?
think so.
Synchros.
Fuck.
Pendulums are the ones.
Synchros are
Yeah.
based and cool.
Pendulums are like monsters that you place onto the spell and trap zone as spells to do so on and so forth. Like
Mhm.
trying to process a pendulum card as an old boomer player is like extremely difficult. And that's kind of how I feel about the dual cards in Digimon because they are monsters that activate as spells. They're not even like, it's not even like Excel where it's like an optional effect. It's more like you can't even use them normally, but you use them as a spell. And then you can evolve into it for free or something. It's even more confusing than
What do you-
trying to process a pendulum
What
for
are
me.
you even
Like,
saying to me?
exactly. That's exactly. I barely understand what I'm saying. It's
the
a
fuck are you
cool
talking
mechanic that's a bit too dense for me right now, but I'm sure it has a lot of design space in the future. But
Hey, speaking
yeah.
of Digimon, we did actually do a Digimon stream on this channel with Such Patonko where I tried to learn the game. And bruh, Medusamon, smash.
Medusamon, kind of a baddie.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
And when Elysion comes out, I will probably cover it. So look forward to that.
Is there a lore reason Medusamon turns into Styrakamon?
Yeah,
That's just
Digimon
kind
can
of
turn
Digimon
into
in
literally
general.
anything,
Yeah.
bro. Imagine in real life you had a pet hamster, and then one day your mom walks into your room, and your pet hamster's a hot woman.
Yeah.
What would happen?
That happened to me once in high school.
That happened. Yeah, that happened to a friend of mine. Anyway, that's it for the podcast. You can find Tonko at Such Patonko. You can find Kalen at Lord Kalen, and you can find me here. Any
You will find my summon sign in my custom lobby where I have banned every craft except dragon.
Wow. Well, you Tonko. Any last words?
You'll find me trying to queue into DCGO, which is a fan Digimon sim. You'll find me trying to queue in while the servers are full for like 10 minutes straight.
We will actually find you in a voice call with me in a few hours. You struggling to stay awake as we read every single card in this.
It's true. I will be doing that too. I will be struggling to stay awake. Yes.
Yeah, so that's going to be out in a few hours from now as of release of this podcast. So stay tuned on this very channel for our live stream where we will review every card. But until then, we'll see you next time. Bye. Did you see that they made a VTuber only, invite only social network modeled after MySpace?
Why are you?
Oh man, no.
What's
invite,
your hand
no
doing
invite?
between Igni's legs right now?
Yo,
Don't worry about it.
Damn, are you just happy to see me?